The last time I was at 3k trophies, but now... Yeah, the deck is really insane, and in this video I'll show you how to use the deck perfectly. And not that only, I will try to push to top 50 while I am showing you. But before we start, I will appreciate if you left a like, and now let's go to top 50. The mirror. In these situations you have to do one thing, and it is done. Alright, no joking. The second thing is that don't reroll, keep it for the future rounds. And if you got Magic Archer or the Prince, put it in the front of the mirror tile. Because of that, the Magic Archer will has a nice piercing on top of the enemy's support units, as you see in here. Because the enemy in the round number 1 most likely will put something on top of the mirror tile and put a tank in front of that unit. That's all you have to do in round number 1. And in round number 2, please focus on this. This will help you in every match and not just in the mirror map. And I like to call this tip countering the lines. And this one you can do it with Spear Goblin, Magic Archer and the Prince. So the thing is like this. I am putting the Prince and the Spear Goblin in the left hand side to counter those two lanes. So if he put his setup in the left hand side, he will not be in a good situations. But what if he does not? Then we have the Magic Archer in the other side to counter that line, so that we will always get values with our troops. And because of this tip, you will always in every round counter 3 lanes out of 2, and that's a lot, to be honest. That's the most important thing that you must do with this deck, please remember it. And I almost forgot, when you have the Prince and the Magic Archer on the board, always use the Prince in front of the enemy's mirror tile, because that's the better thing to do. Use the Magic Archer in the opposite side of the Prince. And we all know the result of this match, so... Finally it ends, and I want you to know how much trophy I get from every win, and it is... we have a long way. Against SK in round number 1, don't use your hero on top of the special tiles, because SK means clash. The best thing is to ignore it, but not in the mirror map. Another thing that's really important is cycling. As you saw, I got 2 archers, I cycle one of them so that in the next round I will have new minis in my shop. And the best example for what just I said is our opponent right now. He used the special tiles and the result was he got smashed by my Prince. So that will be guaranteed win for me. And in round number 2, it's better for you to have 2 4 elixir minis and 2 2 elixir minis on the board. It's too early for upgrading, so don't do it. And if you have 4 elixir minis in the shop, cycle them. And now let's choose the right place. I think the right hand side is the better position for us to go for, and he used the special tile in the last round. I don't think he will use it again, and that was quite unexpected by him. But look at him, he did the mistake that I have just talked about. He upgraded his minis in round number 2, and that's really bad. As you saw, no chance for him at all. Upgrading your minis in round number 2 is a big mistake, don't do it. And he took the L because of it. And in round number 3, it will be the time for you to set up your Barcher, and look at that shop, that was exactly what I need, and that was the result of cycling, so don't mess with cycling. So upgrade the Barbarian to the 3rd ability and the Archer to the 3rd ability, and put down the Spear Goblin and set up your minis like this. Make the Magic Archer and the Archer get the Barbarian boost. That's the perfect position, and we put the Skeleton King behind the Prince so that his Prince will not hit us. But our guy is so aggressive, he upgraded his Magic Archer to the 3rd star, and that will not help him at all, because the number always beats the power. Alright, this will be the hardest possible matchup you could face with this deck, the BK. In round number 1, don't reroll, just put down what you have. If you have the line counters, put them down fiercely and cover the corners with them, because the BK players always goes for the corners in round number 1, and focus on that. I put my Magic Archer 1 tile upper than the Spear Goblin, so that the enemy's Archer will target my Spear Goblin instead of the Magic Archer, which is the more important mini. Come on. Oh no, that Archer survives with 1 HP, that will be annoying. Come on, no. Don't say that. Don't say. Oh no, the 1 HP loss. I really hate those losses. Anyways, let's forget about it. Now in round number 2, nice, we got the Prince. In round number 2, you must have 2 4 elixir minis and 2 2 elixir minis. And I will put down the Prince in the left hand side, and the Magic Archer will cover the right hand side, and the Spear Goblin in here. And let's protect our Archer from the enemy Archer as well. Now let's see. We don't got any values from the Prince, but the value from the Spear Goblin and the Magic Archer are insane. The King is getting isolation on top of the enemy's King. and this will be the win. As you saw in here, if you focus it, the enemy upgraded his archer to the third ability, but the third ability has been wasted on top of the speed goblin and not my squishy imported mini, because I put the speed goblin in the farthest position. Now in round number 3, it's time for setting up the archer. One more barbarian. Oh, I will not reject those juicy archers, so sorry barbarian, I must scrap you. I will not scrap the speed goblin because the speed goblin can get the value with his clash ability if it hits something, so it's better than the barbarian. And now let's see. Nice, we got the value with the speed goblin, and the prince in the back is hitting his archer, which is so insane. The magic archer shut down his ice wizard, and this will be a perfect win for us. In round number 4, we will do something that we must have done in round number 3 and setting up the archer. I will upgrade the speed goblin to more damage, and nice, the barbarian to the third ability, and I will this time set up my units like this, because if you realize it, in round number 2 and 3 he set up his king in that tile, so there's two chances. The first one is he will stay in his position, or the second one he will move to the other side, and what we have done is countering that two tiles, so that there will be no chance for him to coming back in this match, and you will see if I am right or no. And we got him. As you saw, focusing on the enemy setup is really important, because the enemy most of the time will not change the setup. He will just move it from a side to another side. And come on archer, do it fast. The ice wizard is so annoying for the skeleton king, and the ice wizard is down, and this will be the win for us against the hard counter of this deck. So the deck is not that bad actually against the BK players as well. And that was win streak number 8. Let's continue. Oh, you probably want to see this match. He's a pay-to-win player, and as I said before, don't use the magic tiles in the first round against ASK. And let's say in here we don't got the prince, and we got the magic archer, and how you must perfectly use it is just like this. Don't use the skeleton king to tank for the magic archer. Use a 2 elixir mini, or sometimes you cannot tank for him. Because let's say the enemy has a magic archer behind his ASK. In that case, my magic archer will have a good person on top of his magic archer, and his magic archer will not have any values on top of my magic archer. That's the reason behind it. Now let's see if I can get the value that I talked about, and oh, he did not use the magic archer, but we got the value from the other tip, which is not using the magic tile. If we used it, we would have been doomed right now. Oh, how that skeleton king got that last shot. This is not good. Oh, that's the difference between level. We played perfectly in there, but the level wins in round number 1 always. But in the future round, I will not let that happen again. So in this round, you must put one more 4 elixir mini on the board. I will put down the prince in here and the skeleton king behind it, so that his prince will not hit my skeleton king, and the spear goblin with the magic archer in here. I am not happy with the barbarian right now, so let's reroll for the archer, and nice, I got it, and the spear goblin one tile to the front. I have 2 barbarians in my shop, and I did not cycle them because in the next round I will need them for setting up my archer. And we got the prince hit in here, which is really huge. I don't think he can come back from this, so it's clear that this round will be for me. Now it's time for setting up the archer, and that was funny. My hand was just like I needed, and nice. This is the best setup for setting up the archer against ASK clash. Always make the spear goblin tank for the magic archer and the prince for the regular archer, but against BK, just spread out your line counters. Nice, nice. Everything is healthy and protected, and the enemy has the bowler. Because of that, in the next round we will change our archer setup, because you don't want the bowler to hit your archer. Believe me, just believe me, that will be really bad for you. Especially when the enemy upgrades the bowler to the 6 damage, that will be really bad if you got hit by it. So this round will probably be for us. Now in this round we will change our archer setup because the enemy has the bowler, but firstly let's upgrade our minis. I have a lot of rerolls, so I will relaxedly search for the archer, and nice, I got it. So when the enemy has the bowler, I want you to change your setup like this. Because of that, the bowler will never get value on top of your imported minis, and you can move this setup between those 3 middle lanes. It will be better like that. And make sure that your archer is in the back line and you are giving the barbarian's bows to the archer. That's all you need to do. Now let's see what will this setup do for us, and oh, he missed the bowler. And if he did not miss it, the prince would have blocked the bowler, which is so insane. And my archer shuts down his archer, so no chance for him to come back in this round. He only wins the first round, because the first round mostly depends on your hero levels. And that was win streak number 12. We are close, guys. When you play against SK in the shield tiles, always place your SK in the backline to guard your support minis. And make sure that you put a support minis beside the SKs, so that the enemy's SK will not get the isolation damage on top of your SKs. And now let's see. And like this, that was exactly what I mean. Now my SK will relaxedly shut down his SK, and after that he will get souls from his support, his other minis. That's a really important thing. Always in every round stay in defense when you play against SK in the shield tile, but against BK always put your SK on top of the shield tile. 7 trophies. We must be the top 50 now and end the video, hopefully. Come on, let's see. Oh crap, we are still not in top 50. We only need 2 more trophies, so this will be the last game. To counter the Wave Master, you must make the Spear Goblin the fastest mini. I will not deep down how to counter it, because I already made a video about it. So I will leave the link in description. So if you want to know every way to counter the Wave Masters, it will help you. So in here, as you see, we made the Spear Goblin the fastest mini, so that the Wave Master will go on top of the Spear Goblin. Oh, what a stupid play he did! He left his Dart Goblin without any tank and also made his Wave Master invisible, which is even worse than that. Unfortunately, the Wave Master went on top of my Magic Archer, because the Spear Goblin moved it to the front, so that my Magic Archer became the farthest mini. But anyways, looks like that Wave Master will not help him at all, and we won this match against Leo, and this will be win streak number 15 and 7 trophies, which means, let's see, top 50, guys, with 15 win streaks. Let's go. We started with 3 win streaks and ended up with 15 and in top 50. That was our goal and we achieved it. And I hope you enjoyed the video and learned some tips from it. And subscribe if you are not. Until the next time, peace out. Okay, every time putting the SK on top of the mirror is not the right place. So let me teach you this tip, and it is